This is Continental. The story of Continental Flight 3401. That would be Friday, February the 12th, 2009. The National Transportation Safety Board published a report in November calling on the Federal Aviation Administration to shore up airline safety regulations and procedures, including measures to improve the de-icing of airplanes. Federal investigators continue to sift through the wreckage of Continental Airlines Flight 3407, which was carrying 44 passengers, 4 crew members, and an off-duty pilot when it crashed into a house in Clarence, New York, killing all on board as well as one person on the ground. An official described the scene to the reporter Saturday afternoon as an excavation, with the plane wreckage mingled with the house and human remains. The year-old Bombardier Q400 aircraft may have crashed because of icy buildup on the plane's wings, according to the plane's black box flight reporters found at the site. The NTSB has been concerned about icing really since the 1990s, when there were 2 very difficult accidents. Former NTSB Managing Director Peter Goles told Fox News on Saturday.
Thank you. He's got it.
Noting the agency's recommendations to the FAA. I think the NTSB feels that the FAA has not acted fast enough, Goles said. The FAA has responded to such concerns by posting a fact sheet on its website outlining the actions it has taken to address the problem of icing conditions. The NTSB suggests new research on the plane design, revisions to de-icing guidelines, and more aggressive use of certain safety devices. For all of the items on the list, the FAA's response was deemed unacceptable by the NTSB. The industry has been hit hard financially in recent years by the terrorist attacks of September 11th. The economic downturn and rising fuel costs, but upgrading the de-icing of planes is an expense that really cannot be put off, Goles says. FAA spokeswoman Laura Brown told Fox News that the agency is already addressing the issues raised by NTSB. My understanding is their primary concern at the time was we weren't doing things quickly enough, she said, but because of the lengthy review and revision process, rules and regulations can't be changed overnight. Brown also noted that because the plane that crashed on Thursday was relatively new, it already had some of the latest technology that NTSB is recommending for all aircraft. The crash Thursday was the first deadly crash of an American commercial aircraft in 2.5 years. The Fury, since, was a grim contrast to the January crash landing of a U.S. Airways jet in the Hudson River. Everyone on board that plane survived. The crash, which was blamed on the birds striking the engines. Steve Chandler, spokesman for the NTSB, said Saturday that the icing is just one of the several possible causes under investigation in Thursday's crash, the Associated Press reports. He said the NTSB has been pushing for better de-icing regulations for several years. Chandler later updated reporters on the status of the investigation, saying that it appears that the plane landed flat on the house rather than nose down, as witnesses have said, and the configuration of the wreckage also suggests that the plane was facing northeast in the opposite direction of runway 23, where it was about to land. The NTSB said it could be 3 to 4 days before all victims will be removed from the crash site. Many relatives of the victim are staying at a nearby hotel as they wait for answers. Also, runway 23 was in the southeast direction. The plane did crash in the northeast direction, signifying that the plane was not lined up for approach on the runway. This states that runway 23 is southeast. The winds might have not been in the favor of the aircraft, according to the pilot's recorder box in the plane that they had recovered. And we will find more causes for this problem here on Colby Flight 3407. Victims of Flight 3407. Friday, February 12th, 2009. The remains are On all websites, you can see pictures of what happened, and Continental is doing its best to help those and extend a helping welcome and aid to those people who lost loved ones. Once again, we are live from FoxNews.com. The story of Colgan Flight 3407 is Continental Flight 3407, operated in part by Colgan Air. With the Haberdash Q400, we will be back giving you updates momentarily on this subject. Once again, thanks for watching this evening, and we will be back in a moment.